Hey friends! In my experience, Bible verses can be twisted far out of context and woven together to support marriage at the expense of an abused spouse, as if God were masochistic about suffering. So let's untwist some of these together. For example, there are verses about persevering, enduring, suffering for doing good, like 1 Peter 2:18-20, but these verses are not about suffering for the continual sins of a person who claims to be a Christian. They're within a section about how to live a godly life among people who are not Christian. Same with winning a spouse without a word, from 1 Peter 3:1-2. It's not about stuffing your grievances. It's about a person who was married and became a Christian and has behavior that attracts their spouse who's not a Christian. 1 Corinthians 5:9-13 is a great little section about this, and I'll start at verse 11. I'm saying that you shouldn't act as if everything is just fine when a friend who claims to be a Christian is promiscuous or crooked, is flippant with God or rude to friends, gets drunk or becomes greedy and predatory. You can't just go along with this, treating it as acceptable behavior. I'm not responsible for what the outsiders do, but don't we have some responsibility for those within our community of believers? God decides on the outsiders, but we need to decide when our brothers and sisters are out of line and, if necessary, clean house. The idea of suffering for another person's continual sin when they claim to be a Christian undermines Jesus' sacrifice for sins once and for all, as if Jesus' sacrifice wasn't enough, so your continued sacrifice is needed. See Hebrews 10:26. The wage or consequence of sin is death, Romans 6:23. Death of a marriage can be a wage or consequence to pay for choosing to abuse.